Hello, how are you doing? I hope that you're doing good, hope that you're doing great, and I hope that you're doing amazing. Okay, I am Makanakah Motivation, and today we're going to be speaking on the topic. He is like a brother to me. The biggest threat a man can face in his romantic relationship is his woman's male bestie. That idiot literally hands over the gentleman's guide and the gentleman's playbook to her on a silver platter, and also he is the head of the board of directors your woman actually consults with and about you. See, this guy literally actually has shares in your relationship and you don't know it. This session is about how the people that you associate with affect your romantic relationship. And we're just going to start with the bestie of the opposite gender. They are the authors of trust issues when you actually analyze them. Predominantly, men are very protective of their woman, so you can easily understand why they just cannot ever trust another man with her who isn't gay. Before I trade onwards, let me just clarify this. See, there is a big difference between being protective and being controlling. Understand this. There is no guy in his right mind who will look at a gorgeous chick passing by with her booty bouncing from her behind who will think in his mind, damn, she's beautiful. I want her to be my friend. Nah, that just doesn't happen. It's always, damn, she's beautiful. I want to tap that. Oh, I want to get to know her. Something on those lines. Ladies, he never approaches you because of your inner beauty. Well, we don't walk around in skeletons. See, a male bestie is just a guy who played his cards wrong and got stuck in the friend zone. He is just now waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Who do you think came up with the phrase, hey, marry your best friend? Of course, it's them. There is nothing more dreadful than hearing your woman actually say, oh, he's just a brother to me, or he's my bestie. Women are also enraged when they hear us actually say, well, she's just a friend. Truth be told, love actually has a pinch of jealous. Women are so jealous, they don't even want to hear you compliment another lady as if they are literally the only beautiful chick in the whole wide world. We both can't handle someone else of the other gender having more access to our person than us. The problem is usually not this, but rather of our double standards. Well, she can't have male friends, but you have female ones. Nah. Friends of whatever gender then affect our relationship no matter how we might actually try to deny it. Did you know that if you are ugly, he will always tell his friends that you're just a side piece no matter how he loves you? Why? Because he doesn't want to be judged by, yeah, those friends that we're talking about. A lady can actually break up with you, usina chawaita, simply because her friends actually don't like you. Did you know again, men actually forgive cheating partners? Well, as long as their friends don't know about it. What I'm trying to say is, we all seek approval from the people around us, which is 100% natural. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, he points out that at the base, we all require and seek love and belongingness to the crew, to the group, to friends, whatever. We all want to belong, and we want our friends to see us in a certain way. In a sense, they actually also detect who we love. And by judging our partners, they also detect how we should be loved. By being classy, they detect again where we should be loved. That's why it is very, very critical for you to hang out with people of the higher caliber, well, in your circle. Because whoever you know is the person who will remind you of your worth when you have actually forgotten it. But We need to be very careful because all advice is meant to be taken, but only some is meant to be implemented. One of the toxic behaviors that end our relationships is how we seek relationship advice from our friends who we know actually know nothing about them. Let's move on to the next category, the spiritual fathers, aka Vanababa. In this age, spiritual fathers play a crucial role in relationships. There is a most common assumption that once they pray and once they approve of the relationship, then it means that the relationship is God ordained. That's a lie. I've eyed tons of couples go to their spiritual mentors to confirm if they are meant to be. Well, I've also seen a whole lot of men of God getting divorced. So if a man of God can be mistaken about his own love life, what about yours? When loved properly, you will never actually need anyone to confirm. Even if the whole world was to actually go against you and your partner, you would still love them regardless. Because no one is as hard-headed as someone who is in love. I mean, those idiots literally think that everyone who is trying to correct them is a hater. A risky but brilliant way to live, if you were to ask me. Love is not love unless it is given wholeheartedly. Also, what is life unless it is lived to the fullest? So many people are crawling through love. We are so afraid of commitment, but we want relationships. We get goosebumps at the idea of getting married, but we love weddings. We want to celebrate the New Year's anniversary, but we cannot stay with one partner for 365 days. Most people are ready for weddings, not marriage. They're ready to have kids, not to take care of them. They're ready to date, but not to be loyal. To live with their partner, but not to make them their spouse. They are ready to love, but not to trust. See, love is not for the faint-hearted. And if you are to love, do so wholeheartedly. Let me rush to the third one. Our biological parents. Our parents believe and actually do want the best from us and for us, but don't necessarily know what it is. Ha! Leave him! His type doesn't marry is literally an advice that every African mother has given at least once. Our culture is that the man has to pay bridal price, ilobola, for them to be recognized as married, and then plan a white wedding. All this after he just proposed. So instead of looking for someone who can love them, ladies now look for someone who has the potential to marry a married individual. The ability to marry and the potential to love are two different things. Hell, love doesn't pay lobola. It takes courage to love a broke man, especially when your biological clock is catching up with you. Finding love is just another story. All you want is to get married and that's it. I know people who love each other but are not together. And people who are together but don't feel anything tingling for their significant other. I know people who wedded and divorced a year later. And people who eloped but aged together. Getting married is easy. Finding love is the elephant task. And believe me, it is better to be single than to be in a marriage without love. It is pure torment to be changed to someone who doesn't value you and who doesn't care about you for the rest of your life. Being single itself is not a disease. See, I'm not advocating for women not to date rich men, and I'm not advocating for them to date broke men, because at the end of the day, being broke doesn't make you holy, and also having money doesn't make you a womanizer. I came across a heartbreaking tweet the other day, and it read something like this. We rejected men who were going to make us wives for guys who made us single mothers. Men are not trash. but our taste of men is. Dear man, we are sorry. This was a treat from Pretty Amina, and it sent knives right through my chest and got me catatonic for a couple of seconds. Get advice, but always follow your heart. The people you rub shoulders with influence you consciously and subconsciously. The best person to actually talk about what is happening in your relationship is the one that you're in a relationship with. Don't you dare go around be speaking about your issues, because 80% of the people that you tell don't care. And the other 20% are just glad it's you.